Nigeria now, and the Presidential Election Petition Court in Abuja has started hearing petitions filed by opposition political parties and their candidates challenging the victory of Bola Tinubu in the February 25th presidential polls. The Independent National Electoral Commission declared him the winner on March the 1st after he got 37% of the votes cast. 5 political parties had filed their petitions with the court, but one of them, the Action Alliance, withdrew its application at the hearing. Our correspondent Ajek Mangut has more from Abuja.
Solidarity songs rent the air on the first day of the Presidential Petition Court hearings here in Nigeria. Opposition candidates are challenging the outcome of the February 25th election. The main opposition candidate and first runner-up in the election, Atiku Abubakar, and the Labour Party candidate Peter Obi are fronting petitions filed at the Court of Appeal in Abuja. The opposition candidates want the court to overturn the nomination of the vice presidential candidate of the ruling All Progressives Congress. They claim the election results were manipulated and that the polls were marred by violence, voter intimidation and vote buying. They also want the nomination of the president-elect cancelled over past drug trafficking allegations he has vehemently denied.
There are quite some very, very naughty issues that has to be dealt with, especially the that of the nomination, because that is a factual situation. The court is going to look at those things, look at the evidence presented, analyze the evidence. So if they look at the evidence, so the real job is to look at the evidence, evaluate it, and take a decision one way or the other, based on the facts that is made available.
President-elect Bola Tinubu says he won the election fairly, and he has asked the court to dismiss the opposition petitions. Legal experts are urging the appeals court to make a decision on the petitions before the inauguration of the president-elect, planned for the end of this month, to avoid other issues that may arise thereafter.
It brings inequality in the scale, because when somebody that you are challenging his election is sworn in, he now takes over the machinery of the state. He has access to public fund. He uses public fund to defend himself. He has access to the institutions. He can affect whichever way this institution. So it is always advised, it is proper and better for the tribunal to dispense with all the issues before the swearing in of any candidate or the winner, so as to avoid imbalance, inequality in the process.
Plans are already underway for the inauguration of Bola Tinubu as president on the 29th of May. The Presidential Election Petition Court has up to 180 days to make a ruling on the petitions filed by opposition candidates. If the petitioners are not satisfied with the ruling, they could take their case to the Supreme Court, but that court could take another 60 days to make a judgment. Ajek Mangut, CGTN, Abuja.